Now that you have unpacked your Tango M2, it is time to assemble it, which means connecting the cables based upon the configuration you ordered. Before we get started, please note that all of these connections, other than the headphone port, are found on the back of the monitor. On the top left corner, you will see the USB-B and USB-A ports. Next is the RS-232 port, and below that is the BNC port. The bottom left is the DC power supply connector. When facing the back of the Tango M2, the headphone port is on the left side of the monitor. Now, let's move to the right side of the monitor. In the top right corner, you will see the SPO2 connector. Directly under that, most Tango M2 systems will have a black cap. However, if this is a Tango M2 with internal ECG, you will have a large connector in this port. Below that are the BP patient cable ports, the microphone connector, and the pneumatic connector. Now let's see how you connect the cables to each port. Let's go back to the left side, starting on the bottom. The DC power connector should be the first cable connected. Note that it has a twist lock connector. The connector should be pushed in slightly and tightened down on the monitor to ensure that it does not come loose during use. Next, the BNC external ECG connector has a lock collar. To attach it, first slip it over the posts on the connector. Push it in slightly and turn it 90 degrees until it is tight. Third, you will connect the RS-232 cable. Push the 9-pin female connector securely into the port on the back of the Tango M2. Using a small flathead screwdriver, tighten the 2 screws on the cable connector until they are secure. The USB-A port is used for data transfer with a USB stick, and the USB-B is an alternative for the RS-232 port. If assistance is needed with proper connection of any of these ports, please contact your SunTech Medical Customer Service Department. Now let's move to the right side of the Tango M2 and begin at the bottom. There are 2 connections on the 15-foot BP patient cable. Of these 2 connectors, the first connector we will attach is the pneumatic connector. Simply push the white plastic connector into the back of the Tango M2 until you hear it click. To remove this cable in the future, simply press down on the metal tab at the top to release the connector. Next is the microphone connector on the 15-foot BP patient cable. This is a keyed connector. Notice that there is a small black ball in the metal housing. The black ball should be at the 12 o'clock position when inserting this cable into the back of the Tango M2. Insert this until it is secure. You should hear a click. To remove this connector in the future, simply press down on the black ball and remove the connector. Your Tango M2 is now connected. If you have ordered the optional LPX Pod SPO2 kit, it comes in these 2 bags. One contains the LPX pod with the cable, and the other containing the finger sensor with the cable. Remove these 2 cables and connect them together. Once assembled, place the black DIN connector into the SPO2 port at the top right corner of the monitor. The LPX pod will automatically work. No programming is required. For those of you with a Tango M2 with internal ECG, your cable connection is different. However, on the right side of the monitor, you will see a large connector with 6 openings. Take the 15-foot ECG patient cable and insert it into the connector. This port is keyed. There are 3 leads on this cable that will need to be applied to the patient. Using gelled electrodes, apply the leads to the V2, V6, and RL positions. Your Tango M2 is now connected. We hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching.
At SunTech Medical, we don't miss a beat, so make sure you don't either. Subscribe to our blog and our YouTube channel today.